What's embarrassing is your man asking me out and all our friends out, and when are you still dating him? What's embarrassing is you being beaten down all the time and then putting on makeup and pretending everything is okay, but we can see most how he's treating you. That's what's embarrassing. Good day and welcome back to Unsolicited Advice South Africa. If it is your first time here, thank you so much for joining us. A warm welcome to you. Please consider browsing through the rest of the channel. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and join the family. If you're coming back here, third time, fourth time, fifth time, welcome back, welcome back. I appreciate you. I love you so much. And yeah, today I'm bringing you another cool video, so stay tuned. I want to give a different perspective on A-list celebrity, aka and Nelli Tembe. For those who don't know, and if you're not in South Africa or you just don't follow the news that much, Nelli Tembe was AKA's fiance. She has now passed, and she has passed away. And what happened was, from police reports, is that she jumped from a 10-story building and she was then found on the ground by paramedics, and she was found naked on the ground by paramedics, and they tried to revive her and she died shortly after. Now police are apparently doing investigations as to how she got from the 10th floor to the to the bottom floor, how exactly, what led to those particular circumstances. Apparently they're doing investigation. We wouldn't know. That's what they say. And you know what really concerned me was the speculation that keeps going on. People dropping snippets of this and that without full stories. Somebody's trying to push their own narrative, or different people are trying to push their own narrative, and it's very dangerous. You're messing with people's careers, you're messing with people's families, you're messing with people's legacies. For example, there was a video of AKA, I'm sure many have seen it who do follow this story, of AKA breaking a hole in the door and going through the door. And we don't actually see the video, we see screenshots of the video. So it looks like a madman, and it looks like a madman who's hell of abusive, right? But then we don't know what was actually happening in that video, or what led to that man's actions. Today, my perspective is more just focused on suicide and suicide within relationships, and attempted suicides within relationships, and what to do in those situations and what could lead to those situations. So I have a history of attempted suicides when I was much younger, particularly in my early 20s, late teens. And I could attribute that to my upbringing, but as well as just the fact that I wasn't emotionally stable to be dating at the time. I think I was just emotionally immature at the time. We don't mature at we don't mature at the same levels, and we mature just differently. I was mature in other aspects, but emotionally I just wasn't handling life that well. So for me, just to give you a bit of background knowledge, I grew up in a single parent home. It was just my mom and I. My siblings were much older, like a 20-year gap. So I did not have to compete within the household because it was just my mom and I. Didn't have to compete for affection or anything for that matter. I didn't have to compete for anything. So when I left, or should I say when I got into a relationship, I expected the same from a partner, the same unconditional love, undivided attention that I would get from my mother. I didn't have to compete for it. And when I realized, or when I was disappointed by reality, I couldn't handle those emotions. So what I want to go into is what was going through my 19-year-old mind at the time when I felt like I was suicidal or attempted suicide. The only reason I'm alive today is because there were people around me who were smart enough, who were strong enough, and who took the correct actions at the time. So with my case, what was going through my mind? I think there were three main things that were going through my mind at an attempted suicide because of a boy. The first one was, what are people going to say? This is embarrassing. I can't face the world. The second thing would be, this is my pain and nobody can see it, so I'm going to show it to you. The same way an artist would take a painting take a canvas and some paint and paint the emotions out into an actual art piece. For me, that was my attempt at suicide was I wanted to die. I wanted to express that the pain that I'm feeling is so bad that I don't want to live. Can you see it? So yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining it well. And then the third thing was that was going through my mind was how am I ever going to get over this? Because of the fact that I'd never really lost anybody in my life that I was too close to, that it affected me on a daily level. I just didn't know how to process emotions, and I didn't know how I was going to heal. You know, I didn't know that you can get over this, and you can get over this mountain, and there's a valley, and there's a garden, and there's a waterfall on the other side of this mountain. I didn't know that once you get over pain, there's so much beauty on the other side. I had no idea. So what I want to now share is, you know what, if you are in this relationship, let's say you're a girl and you're going through a relationship and you are feeling these emotions. First of all, if you are crying in a relationship more than you are smiling, be gone. Be gone, go. This thing of, this is embarrassing, what are people going to say, this person doesn't want to be in a relationship with me, nobody needs to know that. You can exit out of a relationship in silence. Just leave. We can assume all we want as the public, as your friends. We don't know why you left. You can make up your own reason. Just leave. The relationship is not good for you. Leave. What's embarrassing is your man asking me out and all our friends out, and when are you still dating him? What's embarrassing is you being beaten down all the time and then putting on makeup and pretending everything is okay, but we can see most how he's treating you. That's what's embarrassing. But being a powerful woman is saying, you know what, I deserve better than this, and exiting. And it doesn't even have to get to physical abuse. Just being unhappy within a relationship, that's enough to say, you know what, I'm really not happy with the situation. I'm leaving. We as women really need to get to a place where we know we deserve better. Don't just say you deserve better. Believe it, know it, feel it. As soon as you see that, you know what, this is not going the way I thought it was going to go, or this is just not what I deserve, leave. There is so much better out there for you. You might be thinking, oh, but where am I going to get such another cute guy, or such another hot guy, or another loving guy? Firstly, if he was loving in the manner that you need, because we all have different needs. If he was loving you in the manner that you need, you wouldn't be sad, you wouldn't be contemplating breaking up. So the fact that when you leave this person, trust me, there is something better out there for you. For every AKA that you leave, there is a Duduzane Zuma waiting for you. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, for every guy that you leave, there's another guy who's better looking, maybe, who's better off even, maybe, who's going to love you more, if that's what you're looking for, depending on whatever qualities that you're looking for. But there is somebody who's going to offer you the kind of love that you deserve. But you need to be able to release. There's no ways that Duduzane is going to come to you while you're still hanging on to AKA. There's no ways. Most decent guys are not going to approach you while you still are in a relationship. They're going to leave you alone. So girls, be strong enough to say, this is not good for me, and then focus on yourself, and then the right guy will come along. And this goes for guys as well. Don't find yourself in a situation where you are now suicidal. You are suicidal because you are hanging on to a relationship that you should not be hanging on to in the first place. That's the only reason you'd be suicidal, is because this person is not treating you right. And then when are you holding on tight? Why are you holding on? Why are you holding on? It's not good for you. What you're holding on to is causing you pain. You're holding on to thorns, literally. When you can just let go and realize, oh, I'm actually standing on solid ground here. I'm not falling. If I let go of these thorns that I'm clinging on to, I'm still standing on solid ground. Do you know? Now, let's say that you are on the opposite end of the spectrum. You are a guy who is it, or even a girl who's in it, but I'm going to speak about guys because this is usually the case, but not always. But let's say you are the guy who's with a girl who's suicidal, or who's just dramatic too much. Like, every time you have a little bit of a fight, or you're not treating her right, but now the way she reacts is dangerous to her or even to people around her, what do? You break up with her, you leave. Now I know you're gonna tell me no, but when I leave, that's when she's trying to commit suicide. That's when she's telling me, no, this is not the end of my life. I don't want to live. Okay, fine. While she's in that state, because you're suicidal, especially when you're drinking like alcohol. Not every case is the same, but usually people make impulsive decisions when they're drinking alcohol. So okay, she's feeling suicidal right now, like she wants to act on it, right? Okay, you calm down, you stay with your girl, you stay with your lady, and you listen to her, you agree to whatever she's saying. Yes baby, we're together, whatever. The following day you get up, you go with her to her parents' house, you sit down with her parents and you say, Mom, Dad, as much as I had love for your daughter and as much as I've tried, this is not working. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 what she does, and I would like to please be excused from this relationship that I was attempting to have. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that when we come together, it's not healthy, and now I am scared. Trust me, parents know their kids. Nobody's going to fault you for doing that. So that's the safest thing you can do, is either leave. If you can't leave because now this is happening right now, the drama is happening right now, okay, wait for the drama to die down. And then tomorrow or whenever the opportunity comes, go when she's calm. When she's at her calmest and things are nice, then you go to her parents with her, sit her down and have this conversation so that she can get the help that she needs. So yeah, that's my advice, especially for young ones out there, because we don't need to be losing people, guys, to death. You don't need to be even just be in an abusive relationship because now you're holding on to this guy. Okay, you don't need to be you're losing your looks because now it's beating you to a pulp. You need to really be able to know what's good for you. Believe that you deserve the best. Believe that you deserve more, and that you are a wonderful human being who's going to attract other wonderful human beings into your life. And that's not to say that the other person is bad, because nobody is 100% good. It takes two. It takes two to tango. It takes two to have a bad relationship. Nobody's having a bad relationship by themselves. So don't try and fix people. If you're not compatible with somebody, you're not compatible. Just because I'm not compatible with AKA, it doesn't mean I'm not going to be compatible with Tutuzan. Yeah, understand? It's just that simple. So yeah, that's a mouthful. Yep, that's a mouthful, but that's just my fresh perspective on things. And in terms of what's happening with investigations, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to play the game of talking about things that I know nothing about. I'm not going to speculate. What I can say is let's let the police finish their investigations. Let us not trying to be canceling people, killing people's careers for something that you know nothing about. You were not there. You don't know what happened. It's very painful to watch. Let the police do their job, and then justice will be served, right? And also, let's not judge, because the same way you judge others, you're going to be judged as well. And the more you keep judging people, God is actually going to put you in such a high position in life of status, and then you're going to see yourself being judged, and it's going to be painful. So let's not do that to other kids. Let's try, guys. Let's try and be reasonable about things that happen, and about celebrities, and consider the fact that they are human, just like me and you. We are human. They too are human beings. Okay, they too are human beings, and we don't want to be responsible for another human being, for example, taking their life because now it became unbearable. The judgments became unbearable. Everybody's judgment day comes. That's just the fact of life. Yeah, that's my perspective, guys, on what's going on. And I just wanted to share my side of the story, so that if you are a parent and you're wondering, hey, these kids, what are they thinking when they are feeling suicidal, these children? Well, that's my perspective on what was happening to me at that age, at 19 years old. And if you are in a relationship, maybe you've gained something from this, especially if you're young. Trust me, when you leave that guy that you're holding on to, as cute as he is, somebody fine out there who you're still going to meet. The world is vast. Don't even focus on your country. The world is too vast. There are so many opportunities for your life. Even forget about guys. If you are in a situation where you're not even mature enough to date, and what, flop, flop when it comes to relationships. Relax. Push your passions. Be free. Just have friends, have good friends, have guy friends. Get to know people, get to understand people before you find yourself in a relationship. It's not necessary to be in a relationship. You can have male friends, you can have female friends. Get to understand the opposite sex better, get to understand people better before you dive into these relationships, because these relationships, they will hurt you if you are not emotionally mature enough for them. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Yeah, treat your person well, soft touch, don't be harsh, be gentle with your person. And if you're not being and somebody's not handling you gently, exit that relationship. Peace. See you on the next one. I love you.